we'll enjoy the boxing.
Our ring announcer, Desmond Sono.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This is a cage with round is scheduled for 8 rounds. Judges for this bout are Kamplashe, Snowball, and Kamini. In a referee Skete. Introducing your principals, starting first with in the blue corner, in blue trunks, weighing at 67.75 kilograms with 18 fights, 15 wins, 3 losses. Let's give a South African welcome to Geoff McCreesh. And is fighting against the red corner in multicolored trunks, weighing at 67.70 kilograms with 38 fights, 34 wins, 1 draw, 3 losses. He's the former WBA and WBO champion and is currently ranked #1 by the WBO. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Dingaan, the Rose of Thobela.
Obey my commands at all times. Keep up your guards all time, eh? Shake hands. Good luck to your boxers.
Yebo Nkosi impi ingaqala noma nini zinhlanu kuNovember 1966 Carousel isigaba yi-international catchweight umzuliswano isishiyagalombili 8 rounds ngesikhindi esihlazo kwesibhakabhaka insizwa laphayana uGeoff McCreesh wase-United Kingdom noDingaan Thobela lapha eNingizimu Afrika uke waba yingqwele yomhlaba. Angazi noma umzuliswano wesithathu uzofika na masethemba ukuthi kuzoba yimpi emnandi.
And the good news, of course, is that Dingaan Thobela has been moved to the #1 position in the World Boxing Organization Junior Welterweight Division. And that means that he is now in a position to get a mandatory title shot against Giovanni Parisi, the WBO champion.
What that also means, Bert, is he's got to get back to junior welterweight. Just remember, this is a catchweight, and he's looking quite well built these days, Dingaan.
Particularly around the middle. We'll forgive him for that. He's up against welterweight come junior middle in McCreesh. And this British boxer is a bit of a rough guy. On his record, there are 3 losses. One when he broke a bone in his hand. He had a bone graft. The other 2 were both disqualifications. One when he was accused of holding excessively, and the other when he was accused of butting excessively. And as an amateur, as a matter of interest, he saw his father being attacked outside the ring during a championship fight, got out the ring and got involved, and was disqualified for leaving the ring without permission.
Yebo Nkosi injalo indaba mina engikuphawulayo ngoDingaan Thobela kule nsuku i-hand speed yakhe yinhle kanti futhi ngiyavumelana noBet uma ethi emzimbeni ithanda ukuthi ibe inkulu insizwa. Lempi isemqoka kakhulu ngoba izomnikeza ithuba lokuthi-ke acele inselelo kwisicoco somhlaba. Siphezu komzuliswano wokuqala akasibone ukuthi kuyoqhubeka kanjani ngoba eshaya nge-1-2 enhle laphayana enyakazisa uGeoff McCreesh. Dingaan has gained a little bit of weight. Nick.
Those 3 losses you talk about for McCreesh, they happened quite some time ago, and since then he's put together quite a good run of wins.
Yes, it goes back about 18 months to 2 years, and since then he's been on a winning streak. Very well handled by his mentor who's in his corner, that's Jim Evans, a man who is a wealthy businessman in Britain and is more concerned with the spirit of boxing rather than the money side of it.
That's always very pleasing to hear.
Now, it goes without saying that Thobela has got to make a good impression in this fight because he's going to have to justify that #1 position he now holds in WBO.
Dingaan Thobela ula nomshaya isibhakela ohlakaniphe kakhulu Nkosi ngoba akakhiphi isibhakela noma nini noma kanjani uyabheka ukuthi isibhakela usikhipha kanjani. Dingaan Thobela 1-2 enhle kakhulu. Geoff McCreesh was shot.
Jumbo Cash and Carry, big on products, small on price.
Time, Geoff. Just come back in. Just stay nice and control. Don't waste nothing, all right? Mix it up and down, mix it up and down.
i-hand speed kaDingaan Thobela le bengisakhuluma ngayo nabenkosi siyibonile eveza laphayana enyakazisa uGeoff McCreesh.
Just some more replay from that first round. A good round for Thobela, as you can see. McCreesh not quite up to the ability of the former two-time world champion. Well, here we are at the start of the second round, scheduled for 8. Good first round for Dingaan Thobela. He almost dropped McCreesh just before the bell, ending the first. And you can be sure he'll want to put more pressure on this British boxer here in the second.
Engikuphawulayo nabinkosi okumenza ukuba uDingaan Thobela alwe kahle kakhulu ukuthi uke waba ingqwele mhlaba kanti loyo omphethe uke waba ingqwele mhlaba uBrian Mitchell. Iyaqhubeka impi Geoff McCreesh ngingasho ngithi talent unalo kanti naloku sithi skill unalo. Yakhuza nompempe, don't hit below the belt. Iyaqhubeka impi. Dingaan's hand speed bet is very good.
Yes, almost as good as it used to be when he was world champion. And if he can just get rid of some of that surplus weight he's carrying, he'll move around the ring a lot quicker too, won't he? I think he'll be better for it in many ways. The left hook is still there. It always was one of Thobela's best punches, most effective, and it's still working sweetly for him.
Of course, if he were to get back to junior welter, he's in the same division as Jan Bergman, and well, I think a lot of us would love to see that fight take place, but it's hardly likely, Bert.
Very unlikely. It's almost like when we hoped that Dingaan Thobela would be matched against Brian Mitchell. Well, it never happened. Yet it would have been one of the biggest ever fights held in this country. And it's a shame it didn't happen. Now, of course, they are boxer and manager and trainer. They're all working together, so this goes to show.
That's right. Keep an eye out for Brian Mitchell in the corner of Dingaan this evening.
Geoff McCreesh usebenza emzingeni kaDingaan Thobela laphana. Dingaan Thobela ngesihle sithanda ukumnyakazisa uGeoff McCreesh. Geoff McCreesh, very, very powerful punch there.
Well, he came up with a counter right hand, and it caused Dingaan to blink. That was a good shot from the Englishman.
Logo esithi science of boxing into esemqoka kakhulu. Geoff McCreesh umbonile uDingaan Thobela uma eshona phansi uthi mevumbuka ngekhanda amshanga isibhakela esinamandla. Iyaqhubeka impi nabenkosi.
Well, McCreesh came to this country with the reputation of being an aggressive fighter, but he's getting... Oh, look at that! He walked straight into a right hand, and I don't think Dingaan's going to beat this count. That was a solid right hand. Walked straight into it. And can you believe it? Right on the button. Thobela was in control. He was moving forward. He'd actually hurt McCreesh, backing him up, moving in for the kill. He walked straight into the sucker right hand. What an upset. Absolutely. Now, I was just about to say that McCreesh had come to this country with a reputation of having a good right hand. We hadn't seen much evidence of it, but he was holding that right hand to let it go at the right moment. And as you can see now in the replay, I think we're going to see the British boy unleashing that right. There it is, bang on the button. And that was no way that Thobela was going to beat the count. He was out cold.
You know, Beth, this is very, very nice. I don't know how can I explain this. I said McCreesh knows the science of boxing. He saw Dingaan moving down. When he moved up, and then he punched him. And then he saw him that he's coming with his guards low, and then he unleashed with a very, very powerful punch, as you can see on the slow-mo there. And then the fight came to an end.
But look, Thobela senses he's on top there. He's caught him with an uppercut. Thobela moves in, tries to land the right hand, but walks straight into that right hand. And what a punch it was. It landed absolutely flush.
Well, that's one of the best right-hand punches you're likely to see this year. And, of course, what does it do to Thobela's #1 rating in WBO? I reckon he can kiss that goodbye.
A lot of people are expecting this fight to end within a distance, Dingaan Thobela winning, but now it was vice versa, unfortunately.
Well, that is a serious loss for Dingaan Thobela, and I wonder what it spells for his career now, Bert. Not easy to pick yourself up after a knockout against a fighter you're really supposed to beat.
Well, it could be the end of Dingaan Thobela as a world-class fighter, certainly in the top 10 ratings, because McCreesh was nowhere to be seen in the ratings. He's going to rock it now, of course. But unfortunately, this kind of setback reflects more badly on Dingaan than it will to the credit of McCreesh.
Although, as I look across into the corner now, Dingaan's sitting on the stool. He's perfectly alert. There's no dazed look about the eyes. He's not badly hurt, which is good news. Let's get it official from Desmond Sono.
Ladies and gentlemen, official time, 2 minutes, 59 seconds of the second round. The winner by knockout, Geoff McCreesh.
Well, there's a very happy fellow in that ring, Geoff McCreesh. He'll go back to Britain with his chest out proudly, and why not? Yeah, he can afford a smile.
Let's have a look at that stunning knockout one more time. There's the uppercut comes in from Thobela. It's a good combination. Now he feels he's on top. He's landing a right hand, just falls short of the target, moving in, and he walks straight into that right hand. And that was as good a right-hand shot thrown by a man at this sort of weight that I've seen. And it has brought possibly the curtain down on the Rose's career. As I say, I don't think he looked rather badly hurt there, but he got himself back onto the stool, and leaving the ring, he looked perfectly all right. I don't think he's been badly hurt, but the mental damage this does your career as well, Bert.
Yes, in fact, what it does, Nick, is it means that everybody else in the division will now be eager to get in the ring with Thobela. It's taken away some of that aura of invincibility that was surrounding him. And every Tom, Dick and Harry will now say, well, if McCreesh can do it, so can I.